Pacific. Ever since then, it's been more popularly known as Bali High. At the bottom of Bali High, the point up ahead is 𝗁𝗃𝗃 Beach. That's the end of the 𝗛𝗵𝗄𝗃 coast. We'll cruise on up to 𝗁𝗃𝗃, and I'll make a big turnaround. Give everybody a nice photo op down the whole length of the 𝗛𝗵𝗄𝗃 before we continue. 𝗁𝗃𝗃 is also the end of the road driving around the north side of the island. We'll slide up alongside 𝗁𝗃𝗃 on the right side, bring around the left on the turnaround in just a moment here. Full circle rainbow coming around us. You can only see those from the sky.
Beth, what's the name of this song?
𝗁𝗶𝗳𝗲𝗃. It's from a movie, but I'm not sure which movie. As we come around, you're looking down the north shore ahead of us. This is all rainforest. We're going to stay offshore for a little while here, make our way around the town of 𝗁𝗃𝗃. So this is the side of the island that's known for the huge surf in the wintertime. These are about 25 to 30 foot waves below us. We can get waves over 40 feet tall this time of year. Last year we had a record-setting day of 60 footers right in this area.
Do you guys have sharks all around here?
We do, but not as many as people tend to think we have. Most of the sharks you find in Hawaii are going to be black-tipped and white-tipped reef sharks. They tend to hang out on the bottom. They're more encountered by scuba divers than anyone else in the water. And they leave you alone as long as you don't mess with them. Tiger sharks are the most feared shark in the Hawaiian Islands because they are aggressive, but we don't get that many of them. And if they are sighted, they close the beaches for them. There's actually more shark encounters in many of the East Coast states than there are here in the Hawaiian Islands. However, a famous tiger shark attack occurred right here. This is Tunnels Reef, this giant surf break to our right side. This is where Bethany Hamilton lost her arm to a tiger shark when she was surfing a little over a decade ago. But she still surfs there all the time. And if you watch the movie Soul Surfer, that was about that whole incident, the scenes where she encountered the shark in the movie was also filmed at Tunnels Beach. Straight ahead of us is the town of Princeville, getting some rainfall. Remember I mentioned we're going to see some big changes in the climate. This is the rainy side of the island right now. To the right of Princeville, about our 1230, is the beautiful Hanalei Bay. If you remember the song Puff the Magic Dragon, he lived in a land called Hanalei. That was Hanalei Bay they wrote it about. That's a great place to get some beach time up on the north side of the island. Nice, calm, protected bay. Little fun-sized waves, perfect for learning how to surf or boogie board. However, you are looking at close to an hour drive from the harbor to get here.
No, they got it all. The simple life for me. Helio to Kauai, Hanalei by the bay. Waialua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. When I was young, not too smart, I left my home.
As we come ashore, you'll see some rectangular farm fields low out the right side. Got some more ahead to the left side. Those are taro fields. Taro is a root vegetable, kind of like a potato, but it's purple. and it's farmed in a similar fashion as rice in a flooded paddy. So you tend to find it on the north and northeast sides of the island where we get this abundant rainfall needed for that farming process. That's what Hawaiians make poi out of, very traditional food here made from pounding the root of the plant into kind of a purplish paste.
The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone, the magic of the garden.
Yeah, we're cruising back into the interior here. Go see this rainforest up close and go find some more waterfalls to have a look at.
Hanalei by the bay, Wailu River Valley is where I used to play. Canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. It's calling me back home.
Now this is the rainy side of the island, so very common to have the low clouds and the showers passing through, but that's what keeps it so green and lush up this way. We're making our way around Mamalahoa Mountain here. I've got a waterfall hiding in the next valley I want to show you. A little tiny one off to the right side. In the back of this next valley, coming down out of the clouds, is a skinny waterfall, but she's very, very tall. That's 𝗹𝗶𝗳𝗲𝗏 Falls ahead of us. 𝗹𝗶𝗳𝗏 stands 2,400 feet tall, nearly half a mile long. That's the tallest waterfall on Kauai. We'll make some turns here. I'll bring her out both sides. Yeah, we'll pop over this ridge line into Hanalei Valley on the other side.
Are we going to see any kind of volcano or anything?
You will not see an active volcano here. This island is completely extinct. Our only active volcanoes are on the Big Island, although they're not actively flowing lava, but they are considered active. However, depending on how close the island will let us in, we may get to see the extinct crater. That's always kind of a up in the air until the last moment, see how close she'll let us into the volcanic crater. But we're heading in that direction.
Thanks, Pat.
Hanalei Valley is an excellent representation of what most of the interior of the island looks like. Just all lush, undeveloped rainforest, no roads. Really no good way to get here except by helicopter. That's the case with about 70% of Kauai. Now by the end of the valley where the land disappears into the clouds, you're actually looking at the north side of our volcano, Mount Waialeale. She hides under an almost perpetual cloud layer because that's where we get 450 inches of rain per year. Rains there almost every single day. We'll leave the valley and I'll bring you around to the east side. That's where we have the best chance of seeing the volcano and seeing the crater. In Jurassic World, there was a scene where the helicopter